And we're getting dangerously close to finding out if this is really the world's best sweet potato casserole, so don't go anywhere. Hey everyone, I'm Dave, and today we're making the world's best sweet potato casserole. Well, at least according to Google. As always on this channel, what we do is we look up the highest ranking search result for any old recipe, and we try it out and see if it really is the best of the best. And today we're gonna be searching up sweet potato casserole. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can find. World's best sweet potato casserole. Okay, so it looks like the best recipe is from foodnetwork.com. It's interesting though, because when I was a kid, sweet potato casserole, sorry, I got my laptop over here. Sweet potato casserole always had marshmallows on it. And this does not look like it has marshmallows, but we gotta cook it because that's what we do here. It doesn't seem like you need many ingredients. You need unsalted butter. You need 4 sweet potatoes, some brown sugar, which I've got a little bag here, some chopped pecans, some vanilla extract, salt, couple of eggs, and oh, I already did the unsalted, and some flour. Okay, so it's easy. I will say this, it says that the sweet potatoes need to be peeled and cubed. So we're gonna get to peeling. Callie is gonna be my helper today. Callie's my 8-year-old daughter, and she wants to help. Hi. Hi. Do you know how to do this?
No.
Okay, so you just push it away from yourself. Here, do it the long way, like that. Don't put your finger under it. Hold it like this, and then do it like that. See?
Potato.
So Callie's working on peeling potatoes. I might do some too. You just push it away from yourself. And as she peels those, let's see what else we need to do here. We're gonna need a large pot of salted water. We're gonna need a cutting board so we can cut the potatoes. What'd you say?
It's really hard to shave.
It's really hard to shave a sweet potato? Watch. You just kind of do this sort of thing.
How? Ah!
You gotta push down pretty hard on it. See how I'm keeping my fingers out of the way? Because you don't want to hit your fingers with it.
Okay, let me try this.
Okay, try that. Try that. Okay, and we need a pot of water. Salted water, I believe. Yep, let me get that. Okay, so I got my water pot. This is just a pot full of water, as you can see. And we're gonna put some salt in that. We're gonna put it on the stove over here, and we're gonna be boiling that soon. Let me just put some salt in it real quick. We're not gonna turn on the stove yet. We're just going to get it over there, and then we'll turn it on in a minute when we're ready for that step. Did you want me to do some?
Yes, please.
Wow, you're turning it into mush there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing a whole bunch of Thanksgiving recipes. It's the month of November. Make sure you subscribe because you'll see stuffing, turkey. We've already got a mashed potato video out, so we're basically bringing the Thanksgiving to you. We're checking the #1 recipes on Google, seeing if they really are the best of the best, and that way you can go into Thanksgiving ready to go and ready to make the best possible recipes you can.
How do you do that?
How do I do what, this?
Yes. So
I don't know, I've just done it a lot.
That's a tip. Do it a lot.
Yeah, the more you do it, the better you get at it. But I'm sure there's plenty of people better than me.
I mean, I did it to a normal potato before, but it's kind of hard.
Sweet potatoes are a little harder, I would say. Do you even like sweet potatoes?
I never tried sweet potato.
Well, they're orange. Is that weird? That's good for Halloween, I guess?
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes, Callie. I don't even like them, except in sweet potato casserole. That's the only time I like them, is if they're in a sweet potato casserole. Okay, that's 2, and we want to do 4 of them, so we're getting there.
The last one.
Okay. All right, so we got 3 of these chopped up, or naked. Now, here, let me get a knife out of here before you. No, I'll start cutting these while she works on the last one. All right, so we're gonna cut these into small cubes. This is not something I've cut very often before, a sweet potato. I've never really even cooked a sweet potato, maybe. Maybe I have once or twice, but certainly not a common thing, since I only like them in this configuration, and I don't know if I've ever made a sweet potato casserole. I think I might have once when my brother came for Thanksgiving, and it's like his favorite thing, and either me or Tina cooked it, I can't remember. Tina's my wife. So as I cut these and cube them up, I'm gonna throw them into my pot of water, which still isn't boiling. I still haven't even turned it on, but it'll be a good storage method for them. It's not working out?
No.
Well, I can do that one too, if you can't get it. You gotta push a little harder, Callie.
Mommy, help me.
Yeah, I mean, these are actually a lot harder to chop than a normal potato too. I think they're just in general tougher than normal potatoes. Kind of, it's like in its swimsuit.
Yeah, it's like a swimsuit potato.
Yeah, it's a swimsuit potato.
Ow.
Have you ever heard of a jacket potato?
No.
What about a baked potato?
No.
So a baked potato is what they, you know, when they like make a potato hot and they put like bacon and butter.
I like the potato just with the potato inside.
Yeah, and then the cheese. Apparently a jacket potato is what they call a baked potato in the UK. I didn't know that. I just found that out. It's really interesting. I wonder why they call it that.
A what?
I guess it kind of a jacket potato. Do you know what this looks like, Callie? This looks like
carrots.
no, it looks like Colby cheese.
Or carrots.
Like Colby Jack, yeah, or carrots. Kind of carrots. I can see the carrots in there too. It's like a carrot slash cheese. It's, well, then I don't think it would be a very good sweet potato casserole if it was made out of carrots. So Callie, what's your favorite thing to eat at Thanksgiving? Like a big Thanksgiving dinner, what's your favorite food?
Carrots.
No, that's not true. You don't like carrots.
I do.
You like probably the bread, right? Like rolls with butter on them.
Also, I like the...
You can help now. Bring these over here.
I also like the punch.
Oh, the punch, yeah. There's a good punch recipe that Tina makes, which is what? Ice cream and soda.
No, rainbow sherbet with like strawberry soda.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I think there's Sprite in there too.
Yeah.
All mixed up as like a good Thanksgiving drink.
It tastes delicious. It's like a root beer float, but way better.
Yeah. So Callie likes that. Callie likes the rolls. I like the stuffing. Callie wasn't willing to try the stuffing I made earlier, but it was pretty good. Check out the stuffing video if you haven't seen it. It might not be live yet, but if it's live. I feel like this knife isn't very sharp or these potatoes are super powered. They're so strong. Do you like Thanksgiving, Callie? Is that a good holiday for you?
2 more days to Halloween, guys.
Yeah, it's almost Halloween. We're recording this before Halloween, so you can now see how long it takes me to edit these videos.
2022.
Yes, you gotta tell them the year. Am I that slow? Maybe.
4. What year?
Crap.
Potato down! Hey.
Can you go rinse that for me?
Not my potato.
So if you drop your potatoes in the process, you can always wash them and, you know, get them clean again. So all is well. All right, so this is the last of the taters.
Potato tots.
We just gotta clean up our mess and then we can move on to the next step. This next step is pretty simple. We're gonna turn the heat on the stove and we're gonna bring the water up to a boil and boil the potatoes for 15 to 20 minutes until they're super soft and tender. All right, and so as you can see, we now have turned the water on. This is all our potatoes. There is salt water in there. And this is us turning it to high because we want it to boil. So it kind of clicks for us. We'll put it on high and let her boil. And then we'll be back to check on it in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna now prep the rest of our ingredients while those potatoes warm up. Now, once it starts to boil, I'm gonna bring the temp down so it doesn't overflow. No, with the oh, you mean the mac and cheese you cook?
Every time Anna makes mac and cheese, it always goes overboard and bubbles come below.
Well, we're gonna try to avoid that. All right, so we are gonna crack our eggs first. I'll do this one.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Callie can do the other one. Oops. Let's see who gets more shells in it. None. Your turn.
Okay. Guys, viewers, watch this.
You gotta leave it in the shot so they can see it. Oh boy. There you go. Okay, get that out of here.
No
Don't trip it,
shame.
don't trip it. Oh, trash.
Trash.
All right, so we got our 2 eggs ready. Now, what's gonna happen is once those potatoes come out, we're gonna drain them and we're gonna mash them and then we're gonna combine all these ingredients. I'm just trying to get all the ingredients ready so we don't have to rush when they're ready. All right, so the next ingredient is gonna be milk, and we need a 1/2 cup of this, Callie. Here, you can pour it in, I'll tell you when to stop. There's a 1/2 cup of milk. Just set that next to the eggs. We're not gonna use it yet. Okay, so now we need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar pack. So just go ahead and fill this thing up with the brown sugar. It's gonna be kind of squished down.
That's good. Maybe a little more?
A lot more.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so again, this is a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar that we're gonna get ready. This is gonna go, and this is gonna go into the potatoes. Okay, and then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. That's a whole teaspoon, isn't it? Oops.
Yeah.
Hold on, we'll put it back in there.
That's good.
I just won't pour the whole thing in. There you go, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, perfect.
Oh,
Okay, so we need a 1/2 stick of unsalted butter. Excuse me, let me grab a knife here. So 1/2 cup, so is that right, 1/2 cup? 1/2 stick it says, 4 tablespoons of this.
Like this.
And this needs to be, yeah, and this needs to be melted. So
melted.
grab the other little tiny bowl that's down there. And let's take the paper off, put it in there, and then we'll go melt it in the microwave. The potatoes aren't boiling quite yet, but they're getting there. Okay, so here we go. Here's the melted butter as well. And that's something that comes into play later, so I'll put it over here with my brown sugar and my vanilla and my milk and everything else. And now we're gonna work on the topping. So there's gonna be a topping that we put on top of this, Callie, and this topping is like all sweets as well. I mean, I don't know, do you think this even qualifies as like a side dish or is it a dessert? I think it's a dessert. You need a 1/2 cup of that and make it level. So we're gonna put a 1/2 cup of flour into this.
Give me a fork.
Just use the back of this spoon. So Callie's grabbing a 1/2 cup of flour, okay? And then bring it and put it in this bowl.
Guys, that's a 1/2 cup.
right, and then we need a half cup of brown sugar. All right, brown sugar, so that one right there full to the top, and then you can squish it down to make sure it's nice and tight. So I mean, Callie, this is supposed to be the world's best sweet potato casserole.
It already sounds like it is.
You think it's gonna be?
Yes, because it's sugar.
Okay, so half of, yeah, there's not very much left in here, hold on. All right, we got it, we got enough. Half a cup of brown sugar packed in with the flour. This is for the topping. All right, so we've got the flour and the brown sugar. Now we need a quarter, is it a quarter? Yeah, a quarter teaspoon.
Can I do it?
Let me do this because it's gonna spill everywhere.
Yeah, then kind of dump it in though.
Okay, dump in the quarter teaspoon of salt. It says kosher salt. I've been using a lot of the Morton salt because someone complained about it, so now I've just increased my usage of it. And then we need to add 4 tablespoons of melted butter. You know what, maybe we should just add this and then we'll melt that for the other bit since we don't need it yet. Okay, so we're gonna add this 4 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter to it. And now you can go ahead and mix it, but you gotta kind of mix it over there.
Oh, it smells so bad, guys.
It smells bad.
I'm joking.
It's just sugar and flour and butter. So once she gets that all integrated, that's gonna be our topping. We need to put our pecans.
I really want to try this.
Chopped pecans in there. Okay, so the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans, and we've got the Fisher brand, which I've never heard of. And we're just gonna, I can't find a 3/4 cup. I don't think that even exists. Maybe it does. Some obscure ones. I guess I could do a cup and then a quarter. Okay, so anyways, this is 3/4 of a cup. So I used the cup and I just filled it 3/4 of the way full because I made that quarter cup measurement all dirty with the sugar, and I don't know, that's just easier. So once that's all mixed, Callie, can they still see it?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, yeah, let's just, yeah, it looks pretty good. Now we're just gonna add the, you wanna add those? The pecans? They're pecans.
I haven't tried one.
Is it pecan or pecan? Okay, so this is basically our topping, completely mixed up. You can put those in the pantry and good to go. And that's gonna go on the sweet potato casserole once it's all done. Now we're gonna go check to see if the sweet potatoes are boiling yet. I'm thinking they might be. What do you see, Callie?
They're boiling.
They're boiling? Okay.
I see bubbles.
All right, so let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, so those are boiling hardcore. We're gonna turn that down to like medium. And we're gonna set our timer for like 15 minutes. And we're gonna let those cook until they're nice and soft. Sorry, set timer for 15 minutes and then go. Now we'll be right back when those potatoes are soft to finish up. Okay guys, we're back. The potatoes look like they're pretty much good to go. Let me show you. So there's the potatoes. They've been boiling for like 15, 20 minutes. And if I take a fork,
It should be squishy.
and I just kind of go attack one, it really kind of just crumbles when the fork touches it. So look at that, just falling apart, which is good because we're about to mash these. So let's take them off. We'll strain the water out and I'll see you back over at the other counter. Okay, so here's all our taters. Let me have the smasher. I'm gonna start it off, and then if it's good to go, then we'll let Callie do it. So basically you just wanna squish the potatoes. Look at that. It's like Play-Doh. It's kind of cool. All right, so Callie, why don't you smash those for us?
Smash really hard. Ah, hard.
Yeah, just don't make them go flying. Okay, while Callie does that, I'm gonna make sure the oven's at 350 because we're actually gonna cook them in the oven at 350. And we will need to let these cool a little because we don't wanna pour eggs in there right now or the eggs will cook because it's so hot. Now this recommends a 2-quart baking dish, and they want you to butter this dish. So here's my baking dish, and we're gonna put butter on it so that, you know, stuff doesn't get stuck to it. All right, grab the butter out of the fridge. Yeah, this looks pretty good, pretty well mixed and squished and such. And basically you're making sweet mashed potatoes at this point, kind of what it looks like. Okay, so we'll take the butter and we're gonna
Rub it.
Yeah, pretty much. See what I'm doing there?
Yeah. You just
All
like
right,
rub
so
it.
take it and do the same thing and just
I
butter that dish. Now we're gonna let these cool for like 5 minutes just so it doesn't cook the eggs like the second we put them on it. Okay guys, so we're back and we're getting dangerously close to finding out if this is really the world's best sweet potato casserole, so don't go anywhere. We gotta wait and see what happens. Okay, so now at this point, we're gonna add all our ingredients to this sweet potatoes. That's the brown sugar. Grab the milk, put that in there.
Why is everything so heavy, my love?
Yep, pour that in.
Woo!
And then take both those things to the sink. And then we'll do the vanilla and the butter, yep. And that's 4 tablespoons of butter, half a cup of butter that we melted down earlier. And then we just mix that up, and then, you know, I'm kind of letting that cool it a little bit more because I'm being impatient. And I only let it cool for like 5 minutes, and I probably should have let it cool for like 20. And then we're gonna add the eggs after that and mix that in as well. Yeah, we buttered the pan with a stick of butter. We got the sides, we got everything. Uh-oh, I just sprayed my computer. Let me get someone to clean that up. Okay, so that's good to go. I just heard the oven beep, meaning that we're ready to put it in the oven. Here, you wanna put this in the sink too? Sure. Yeah, I already added the eggs. Plop that in there. Okay, so we got this in the pan. We're gonna spread it out kind of evenly all across the bottom. And I'm not sure if the topping goes on now or later. We gotta look into that. Hold on. I feel like it needs marshmallows. Okay, so yeah, now we've got our topping, and we're just gonna...
Can I sprinkle?
Yeah, sprinkle it on there. We're just adding this topping all over it. Okay.
I'm using this one.
It looks pretty good. Add all of this topping as easily as you, or as evenly as you can. Spread it out and we're good to go. I don't know if this is gonna be the world's best. I feel like maybe 50-50. We're gonna put it in the oven now for 25 minutes? 25 to 30 minutes. And we're gonna see if we get the world's best sweet potato casserole. And we're back. It's been about 30 minutes and the sweet potato casserole is done. I actually let it cool for a minute too, so we don't burn ourselves. This is supposed to be the world's best sweet potato casserole, and we're gonna try it out and we're gonna see how it stacks up against the rest. Here we go, sweet potato casserole going in. Let me try a little more. Yep. Okay, I'm ready for my review. This is very good. This is like, let's give it a score. Give it like an 8.5 out of 10. I still like it better when there's marshmallows on the top, but this is very delicious. The other complaint I have is I want more of the topping. Like the topping is really sweet and good, but I want a little bit more of it. I don't think the ratio is perfect, so I might make a little extra of the topping if I was to make this again, but it's really good. World's best, probably not today, but make sure you check out my other Thanksgiving themed videos, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.